Thank you, Kimura-san. Okay, thank you. First of all, I would like to express my appreciation for giving me opportunity to present the journey of energy management system in fertilizer industry in PT Pupuk Kalimantan Timur. This splendid workshop for the Energy Management Action Network for Industrial Efficiency, or IMA, which is coordinated by two government of Japan and Vietnam under the associated ministry. The next slide, please. Yeah, Pupuk Kaltim is one of the member of Pupuk Indonesia Holding Company, and it is located in Bontang, in east part of Borneo Island. Our vision is that to become a growing and sustainable world-class company in the fertilizer, chemical, and agribusiness industry. You can see our main product as urea and ammonia and NPK, and also we have other derivative product. Currently, we are operating a 5 urea plant, which total capacity 3.4 million ton per year, 5 ammonia plant, and total capacity is 0.7 million ton per year, and 3 NPK plant, its total capacity is 350,000 ton per year. And about 35% of our product to be subsidized in two-thirds of eastern part of Indonesia. And in the last 3 consecutive years, our Baltic Excellent Framework is already to the best value. We are now in the industry leader position, and currently we have received the 3 of 5 ammonia and urea plant for the ISO 50001 certification. Next slide, please. You can see on this slide, we have a 5 plant, and it started from the PKT number 3. It used equal to 183,000 total TOA, and PKT2 use equal to 366,000 TOA, and PKT4 and 5 1A. So the total energy consumption for the energy, not include the natural gas as raw material, is about 1.2 million TOA. Next slide, please. So as the energy management system drivers, for why we are implementing the energy management system, some basic reason has to be considered to achieve not only company goal, but also government goal. As such, the first, production cost. In such a fertilizer plant, energy usage is about 40% of production cost, which is mainly using natural gas. As the price of this gas increases year after year, cost of goods sold will also increase accordingly. On the other hand, urea and ammonia market price fluctuate and tend to decline, as you can see on the left chart, ammonia and urea chart. The number 2, another as driver is that we support government policy about energy conservation that have been regulated through government regulation, as well as participating in national determined contribution to reduce CO2 emission. To keep the sustainability of energy efficiency and continuous improvement, it needs to make sure that any system should be integrated with other management system. And the next driver is that to enhance company's reputation as one of the world-class company in line with the vision and mission of the company. Next slide, please. How this ISO 50001 journey from the beginning, we started in 2015 by making the corporate energy policy and making the special group for this. And in 2016, we set up all the system required to start this energy management system. In 2017, the Plan 3 or PKT 3 has received the ISO 50001 certification. And the next year, in 2018, the plan PKT 1A also received the certificate for this ISO 50001. In 2019, the plan number 4 also received the certification for the ISO 50001. And by this year, we proceed the transition from the previous version to the 2018 version. So by this year, all of the ammonia and urea plant will get the certification for the same ISO 50001. So next slide, please. So this one of the example for the PKT 4, how the energy management to be set up. We divide the 3 level for this plan, level 1, level 2, and 3. Level 1, we say as the PKT 4. This is the example for PKT 4. And the level 2, we divide it into 3 units of this plant: ammonia plant, urea plant, and utility. And in the level 3, each ammonia urea utility divide the energy in thermal and power, because the thermal and power is using the most portion of this energy user in the plant. And by inside the thermal and power unit, we choose the equipment or system that using the most energy in that system. As you can see here, in the ammonia thermal, there are SU, significant energy user, is 39% in the primary reformer, 22% for the syngas compressor turbine, and 13% for the process air compression. And the other energy user is not so significant in terms of our energy user in this plant. So we monitor daily in this significant energy user for the most energy users in the plant. And the same also to be divided into the urea plant and utility plant, as you can see on the slide. Next slide, please. What kind of benefit we get after implementing all of this energy management system? By implementing this ISO 50001 for all of the plants in accordance with the roadmap, company is able to demonstrate continuous improvement of energy performance, and tangible benefit from various aspects are as follows. In the financial aspect, as seen on the chart, the energy saving is improving year after year. At the present October 2020, Pupuk team has achieved about 4.39% saving below the baseline, or it is equal to 20 million US dollar. In terms of the environment aspect, the more energy saving and absolutely the more CO2 reduction is achieved. And until this month, PKT has decreased the CO2 emission which is equal to 208,000 ton CO2. And the energy efficiency index, energy consumption for ammonia and urea production per ton is improved and become more efficient, as you can see on the right chart, on the below right side. The next slide. Beside the tangible benefit, PKT is also proud of becoming a reputable company. So you can see five factors that giving the benefit for the company. The first one is inspiring the holding company, the other member of holding company, to implement this energy management system in all subsidiaries company. And presently is already the other three company already implement this energy management system. And the next factor is, the next benefit is increasing the energy saving culture through energy efficiency innovation and increase competitiveness in the global market, especially in countries that care about the environment and energy. The next benefit is, since 2017, Pupuk Kaltim has received gold medal, the highest award in national program for assessment of companies' performance rating in environmental management out of 1,906 industry participate in national level. And in international level also, Pupuk Kaltim has achieved as a world-class industry by the Global Performance Excellence Award or GPAA in 2018 and 2019. Next, next slide, please. So this is one of the example how the energy management program to be executed in the plant. First one is in terms of the operational program. Now we have the new best practice for how to reduce the O2 excess in the boiler or in the primary reformer, and to reduce the steam carbon ratio, and to utilization of off gas, and also to get the methane slip optimization. And in the operational program, the other program is that we do the predictive and preventive maintenance based on another management system, is ISO 55001. And also, we do the daily monitoring for the ECU as ECU in online basis. And another program is that for all of the equipment that to be purchased has to be evaluated by using life cycle cost analysis. In investment program category, we already upgrade the type of the converter from S200 become S300. This will resulting in the higher conversion, ammonia conversion. And also, we install the new LP ammonia scrubber to decrease the ammonia emission. So we will get the benefit for that reduction. And another is that we are now using minimum the motor for the pump, the standard minimum is IA3. So we get the premium efficiency for the motors. And in the turnaround program, we replace the catalyst with the higher efficiency ones and the implementation of the LCA analysis. And also we do the chemical and mechanical cleaning to improve the efficiency and to improve the mesh efficiency. And also we do the rotating equipment and overhaul by our own facility and our own employee. Next, please. Here is you can see our success factors. That the first, we have a strong driving force, like a cost reduction, because we already get the higher gas price in the last 10 or 20 years to continue our business. And two, we get the very committed from our top management, and then we have the energy, very detailed energy baseline, because we have big data for that energy. And number four, we already have the competent teams to support the energy system management. You can see here we have the 8 energy managers, 5 auditors, and competent and certified operator for all operator in the plant and also in the supporting department. 5, we have also the data availability and accuracy, because the most of the plant has used the DCS and digital log sheet for the daily monitoring, and accuracy is based on the ISO 17025 certification. And 6 is we are following the industry 4.0 in operational control base for monitoring the key operating parameter, and also the monitoring the energy in significant energy use. And the last one is this new energy management system has to be integrated with our existing management system. Next slide, please. Yeah. So this is the end of my presentation. I hope this presentation is useful for anybody who are working on energy field. Thank you.